5105.
With the power of Tandem HR, you are in the fast lane on Main Street with Get Down to Business with Shalom Klein, the show for business and jobs. Now, the champion of networking, the advocate of jobs, the guru of business, your host, Shalom Klein.
People who succeed have momentum. The more they succeed, the more they want to succeed, and the more they find a way to succeed. Similarly, when someone is failing, the tendency is to get on a downward spiral that can even become a self-fulfilling prophecy. That's what Tony Robbins once said. We are all about small business, jobs, and entrepreneurship and business. We talk a lot about business here. You are on with Get Down to Business. And I'm your host, Shalom Klein. You can get on my website, shalomklein.com, and download podcasts from the show. And don't forget to follow me on Twitter at Shalom Klein. It's going to be a jam-packed week of content and information you won't want to miss. It's a live show, and you could call us at 312-642-5600, 312-642-5600. And also, while we're speaking about websites, get on the website of thebusinessevent.com. It's an all-day free business and healthcare event coming up on November 10th. Did I mention it's free? November 10th at Drury Lane. Get on the website and register today at www.thebusinessevent.com. This week we've got a jam-packed lineup of guests. You won't want to miss a minute of it. And at the end of the program, if you hang on tight, I'll be sharing some tips on public speaking. Once again, you're listening to Get Down to Business. I'm your host, Shalom Klein. Get Down to Business is powered by Tandem HR, your solution center. You can find them at tandemhr.com. So thrilled to be joined by the folks that are going to tell us what proximity and affinity add up to equal. And to answer that question, I've got Christine and Lisa here from Proxfinity. Welcome to the program.
Thank you. Glad to be
thanks.
here.
We're thrilled to be here.
Fantastic. So tell me, what is Proxfinity?
Proxfinity is a networking technology that creates efficient and effective networking. So,
Wow, that's exciting. I just mentioned about an event, and as you ladies know, I'm very, very passionate about that idea of bringing people together where there are synergies. So I think an important question that many of our listeners would have is, what exactly do you guys do in order to make that happen?
yeah, so you go into a crowded networking event, I'm sure you can relate to this, where it's hard to efficiently find people to talk to, or you notice everyone's looking down at their phones. What we've done is create a smart badge where you load your interests, say who you are, who do you want to meet at this event, sync it via Bluetooth to your smart badge. As you walk into the event, you're going to light up with people that share interests. You'll see your initials on someone else's badge. They'll see their initials on yours, and you'll know you should have a face-to-face conversation with them.
That's awesome. I can see so many potential uses and so many ways that this can make those awkward networkers, you just mentioned a few of those examples, have a better experience. So tell us a little bit about some of the experiences that people have had. Where have you rolled this out?
We've done several events in the Chicagoland area, and we've had rave reviews. Some of the feedback we've gotten is that it makes networking fun, that people walk into a room and they have instant friends that are created through our networking smart badge. Another comment someone made is they met the president of the organization because they had a serendipitous interest in common, and that is of cooking. And if it wasn't for our networking smart badge and our patented technology, they would never have had that opportunity to have that conversation.
And more than just friendships, obviously, the bottom line is, as they say, money in the bank, and the business transactions they are able to conduct when you're able to be as productive as possible. And it sounds like Proxfinity is really trying to make the whole networking experience not just networking fishing, but rather, as many people say, connections, quality connections. So as I understand, you've had quite a bit of attention and awards that you've received. Tell us a little bit about some of that.
Sure. We are part of the technology startup system here in Chicago, which has been a valuable resource to us, and that is being a part of 1871 Catalyze, having a partnership with the Illinois Institute of Technology. And from that, and the Women's Business Development Center, from that, we've been nominated for a Chicago Innovation Award. And we had the opportunity to be at the CEC, Chicagoland Entrepreneur Center, Momentum Awards, and to be part of their VIP reception, where our networking smart badge was on display for a lot of people to use and a lot of people to like.
That's incredible. Once again, we're talking with Christine and Lisa of Proxfinity. They're making a tremendous impact in the business community and making the networking process as efficient as possible. And I know we have some friends in common. I know Bruce Leon of Tandem HR gives you guys rave reviews. And speaking of Bruce and Tandem, I know they have their client appreciation event coming up this Wednesday. And for many of our listeners that have heard some of the guests from Tandem, it's a great opportunity for them to learn more about Tandem services and network with other professionals. Speaking about networking, so get on the website, tandemhr.com, or Kevin Einbinder from Tandem HR is taking the registrations, and there is indeed still some space, Einbinder at tandemhr.com, which brings us back to Proxfinity. And I'm curious, I'm sure this isn't an idea that came up randomly. Tell me your stories, how you ended up developing this amazing company.
We're friends and business partners, and the idea came around to connect people, bring back human interaction, create a technology that gets people looking at each other and talking again, and not necessarily having to rely on a cell phone or a tablet. So we are patent holders, and about a little over a year ago, we created a partnership with our engineer who had the product. And so that is now Proxfinity, a perfect partnership between an engineer, who's a co-founder, as well as Lisa and myself, who are the more business and sales-minded of the group.
That's incredible. And actually, we have a caller who is interested in learning about the many different networking apps and technology that's available. Wells, are you with us?
I am. Thank you.
Welcome to the program. Tell us your question for Proxfinity.
So the question is, I heard a brief mention of this earlier, but what is the major difference between the networking smart badge and the apps that are available?
Yeah, that's a great question, Wells. The difference, in using the networking smart badge is that you're able to engage with others face to face, and that's where the real value is in attending a face to face event. You could network on your phone or using an app remotely. You don't need to go to the event to do that, but our smart badge gets you talking face to face.
That's fantastic. Thank you. Thanks, Wells, for the call. Proxfinity is just a local, making impact locally on the Chicago business scene, or is your intention to roll it out across the country?
We're building a platform of wearables, and we're going national and international. This is our first go-to-market product. However, we do envision branching out from professional networking events, whether they be at trade shows, corporate meetings. We also envision branching out to career fairs and other event-related areas. And our first form factor is a badge that actually fits on a lanyard at a professional networking event, but the sky's the limit. We have big dreams and big aspirations.
And how long has the company been around so far?
Approximately, we've been working on developing this technology for about a year and a half.
Fantastic. And right now, are you officed in the city?
Yes, we're officed out of 1871 and Catalyze.
That's great. Fantastic. So if our listeners want to learn more, who should they be talking to, and who is the ideal person or decision maker that you're looking to talk to?
Yeah, so they should definitely check out our website, which is proxfinity.com. And we're ideally looking to connect with event planners, corporate event planners, and meeting planners all over the country.
That's fantastic. Once again, the website one more time.
proxfinity.com.
And Proxfinity, again, is a combination between two words, I believe. Tell us the story behind the name.
Well, we're connecting people in the same location or proximity that shares affinity, whether it be professional or social interest. So just like we merged a relationship with our engineer, we're merging a relationship between location and interest to connect people. So Proxfinity is proxfinity.com.
Fantastic. And as your website says, and hopefully our listeners will check out for themselves, you're revolutionizing the way people identify and meet others with shared interests. And I could see so many uses for this. So event planners, don't just listen and hear about this fantastic technology. Pick up the phone and actually check out their website, proxfinity.com. Some really cool stories over there. And there's a blog. check out their advice that they have for our listeners. Thank you so much, Christine and Lisa from Proxfinity, for joining us on the program. I hope our listeners will get a hold of you, and I'm sure we'll be following your progress. I'm sure there's many awards in your future, so we appreciate you joining us on Get Down to Business tonight.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks so much.
Of course. Get Down to Business, once again, is powered by Tandem HR, your solutions center. You can find them at tandemhr.com, or actually meet them in person this Wednesday at their Klein appreciation event. There is still space. Email Kevin Einbinder, K-Einbinder, at tandemhr.com. And on their website, they also have a lot of great advice and information. Get Down to Business is also brought to you in part by Everett Wealth Solutions, a registered investment advisor and financial planning firm, a fiduciary advisor that helps you create your personal wealth. You can find them at everettwealthsolutions.com or call 708-771-7777. Easiest phone number to remember in the world, it's 708-771-7777. You could always go to my website, shalomklein.com, to find out about the fantastic networking event. We talked a lot about networking today. On November 10th, it's a free program called The Business Event. Get on my website. You can download podcasts at shalomklein.com. Coming up, we're going to check in with executive business coach and award-winning Vistage Chair Dick Smith. You're listening to Get Down to Business.